not a Grand Master instructor.
Cool, thank you. Bow to 5th degrees, 4th degrees, 3rd degrees, and 2nd degrees. Welcome everyone, let's do our warm-up. So I see I have some live streaming, and I have some live here in the studio. It's a studio, in the dojo. So I realized when I was thinking about how the class will go today, that usually I go at y'all's pace, based on who shows up and stuff. And I realized after doing this live streaming without a live person in class, I've been going at my pace. So I have no idea what will happen today for class. But switch. But I'm glad to have, I'm definitely a live person. Some people suggested maybe doing more live streaming like to the world and stuff, and I'm like, no. I want to see people in person. I don't want to distance students necessarily.
Well, Finn thought you could see him at home on the TV.
Oh, really?
So he would be like.
Well, that's cool. She said that Finn, who takes little dragons inside, she said that Finn that takes little dragons from me actually thought I could see him during the class, even though we weren't doing Zoom, we were doing the YouTube. Yeah. That's pretty neat. I didn't know that.
It made him work harder, so we didn't tell him.
Okay, good. She said it made him work harder so that they didn't tell him that I couldn't see them. So, but it is an interesting assumption of a 4 or 5-year-old that if, of course if I can see you, you can see me. That's how the world is. Okay, switch.
Especially when you said his name. He's like,
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know I've had some regulars. I know you were regular on the live stream, and then for live stream, like I know I can tell people are watching it after the fact, but I don't know who or when. All right, left foot forward. But I think those other two, the other ones are at home doing it now too. So we'll kind of figure out this new world, however temporary it may be, to do combo live streaming with combo live classes, figure out how we can do a good job at it. Although TV already has the example, send your questions or tweet me with your questions, and I will get back. We'll be sure to answer them. I need a crew, a live crew here with me to be like, okay, such and such from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, wants to know how much weight do you shift forward when you do that move. Okay, switch. All right, John Sijing. One thing I foresee with doing the combo live streaming and live in person is that there will be a time where I need to stop and watch. So those at home will actually have some time to practice at the same points during the class that I would normally have you practice on your own. Difference being is I'll have 2 students here to look at to give corrections. And what I've learned over the years is that sometimes the challenges we have are very similar. Switch. If it's a question you have, someone else probably has it too. tendon lengthening, marrow washing, chi soothing method. Tendon lengthening, marrow washing, chi soothing method, done. Yin yang balancing, chi mobilizing. Have you done this one very much? We did a qigong unit a long time ago. Okay. So it starts just like your bow, and then you inhale, hold the breath for a second, and then exhale. You're exhaling until you're out that master's path position again, and then you inhale. Hold the breath. Exhale. To here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Hold the breath. Exhale. In. Exhale. In. Exhale. In. Exhale. One more on each side. All right. Okay, so we're going to stick to the same pattern that we've been doing. What we've been doing is focusing on the brand new movements first and some of the moves that lead up to it, and then kind of finishing off the class by running the whole form, okay? Once or twice or three times. Actually, the rule I've been following, for those that know from home and here, is if I mess up the moves, I can't remember them, then we do it again. Because I want you to have at least one clean one that you can rewind to and practice doing it with me. All right, so let me think about this. So we've been doing a pickup from what's called a dragon on the ground, okay? And just be careful with the cord. That's a note that I'll make to myself. I need to get that off the floor before tomorrow. I'll get that off the floor because we'll need space for more than one person back there. Anyways, we're going to start with dragon on the ground. So get in this position here. And now what we've been doing is we haven't been going all the way down because we're not really quite warmed up to be putting our butt close to the ground. But we know that's dragon on the ground. You're safe, aka safe yourself. From here, we're bringing the foot back and opening up the hands. All right? Then, none of this is done slowly. This is just for learning. The hands open, and then you take a step with the left, and then you do monkey hop like that. Palm strike, and now you turn around, you're here. The right hand will finish by swooping in. All right, more, or that again. More. Okay, and then what's gonna happen is we're going to switch, bringing the left foot forward. So the left palm is up by your dantian. The right one's scooping in front of you, like Chansijing does, right? Chansijing. Because now you're gonna turn around and bring the, and you kind of have, you actually set the foot down. I'm so used to the cat stances. But that, okay. More. Oh, and then when you turn here, the left hand turns over onto your hip. Okay, still more?
Yeah.
Okay, so from here, you're going to reverse it. You're going to adjust the right foot and you're gonna scoop it, flip the left hand over, shift back to a cat stance. Yeah. And then we do that again, and the foot goes down. Okay, more of that again. I think
Again.
yeah, I think again's good. All right, so here we are, dragging on the ground. Hey guys, it's a good review for everyone. So here we are, we're dragging on the ground. We come here, and then we step, monkey hop, and scoop in. It's a little bit of a cat stance. Then the left palm's up, right palm's up too, but it's hard, it's in the middle of your movement. Then you're gonna turn, so the left comes forward, you're gonna set it down, and the left hand turns over. And then you're gonna take it back, and take it forward. Okay, and we could keep doing that over and over and over again just to learn it. Let's go back and do it again, and I'll count it out, because it's 5 on one side and 5 on the other side. And moving this slowly through it, I can tell you I can't keep count. I'm thinking of teaching it as opposed to counting it or flowing it. All right, so we did the dragging on the ground. We come back out of it and then go. Boom. We scoop, and this one can be a cat stance, and we turn it over. So that's 1, that's 2, I believe, that's how we count it. And 3, that's right, and then 4, and then 5. More or that again?
That again.
Do that again, that's it. So let's do it a couple times together. Let's do it like 2 more times together, and then give you a chance to try it one time on your own, so I can see if you're getting it. And then those of you at home can pretend that I can see you. All right, here we go. From here, we're bringing it in, and monkey hop. And we're coming in, and then we're coming out. And we're coming in, and then we're coming out. And then we're coming in. Okay? And that's 5. Okay, one more time with me, and then a couple times on your own. We're dragging on the ground, come up, and palm, and scoop in, then turn, oops, and then scoop in, and turn, and scoop in. All right, give that a shot, and stay here and observe. At home, you can pretend I'm watching you. Okay. So, I know who's watching at home on the live stream. If you're watching this in some distant time in the future, then you can press pause and practice it some more, rewind it, whatever you need to do. So, you guys look good. I know those at home look good. So, let's do the next 5, okay? So, we're gonna overlap, of course. So, we're here. Go ahead and follow along. Okay, we're here, we're bringing it in, and we go, boom. So we'll call this 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now from here, we're going to circle the right hand all the way around with the right foot and ball change, like that. When we do that, the left one releases, it goes all the way down to the hip. The left one releases and slides out, okay? Okay, so just rewind to the last one, turn back around. We made it to here. Okay, that was 5. Now we take the right hand, make a circle, take the right foot, replace the left as you turn around. Okay, and then that left hand shoots out. The good news is for this side, guys, is the right hand gets to stay on the right hip the whole time. And we can call this one 1. And now we're gonna pivot on the left foot like this. We call that 2. And then we're gonna go like that, that's 3. And then we go like that, that's 4. And we go like that, it's 5. Okay? And when we, go ahead and turn back around. When we do that, I used the example last time. It may not still be the best example, but it's the one that comes to mind with the bamboo step, this way and this way. You know, like when we did the saber sets. Okay? But only think of the retreating one as happening half the time. On half of those turns, we're doing the retreating one. And it's like you're kind of stepping away and letting the foot bamboo in a way, but you're not turning, so it's not a bamboo like that. It's just like get away and scoop with that cat. So, so take a look at it for a second right where you are, and I'll do the whole thing and see what I'm talking about. And here, it's this one. And then when I turn for the next one, it's just like a horse stance. Oops. Hey! I tell you, jumping around and things. Yes, this one, correct. And then this one. But then here. But then when I go, I can also kind of go forward when I do it too. See how my feet do that? And then it's time to switch. That will be the cat for this one. I go forward with the other foot. Both feet are flat or evenly weighted. But then when I go back, forward, back. Oh, you know what the better one is? But it will only be helpful for Kung Fu. That small crane sweep. It's not a crane sweep. But it's the action of turning, bringing the foot up. Turning, bringing the foot up. Going back. Right? So, yes, it's broken apart. Yes, it's clumsy. I felt it too in learning these moves. But as you start to get it, you'll feel the coming back, coming forward, coming back, coming forward, kind of feeling for it. That it's not just cloud hands and shuffle the feet, which wouldn't have any finesse to it anyways, right? Okay, let's do it from the top of that section again.
Yes, sir.
Yep. So we're here, and we're bringing it in. Step, thrust. There's that scoop, drag the foot in, and turn onto the hip. Scoop, scoop back. Turn onto the hip. Scoop, scoop back. That was the last one. Now we're taking the right hand and putting it on your hip. And scooping the left one in. Then, now it's the other side completely. The left foot goes, and then the right. Then you scoop back. And then forward. And then back. And that was it. More, or that again?
Again.
Again, okay, cool. I laugh because I know it's challenging. All right, let's do it again. I need to get a proper name list. Anyone? We just need to get a proper name list. I like to use the correct names on these.
Okay. I'll look.
If you want to look it up, I can take a shot at it too. All right, so here we are. Let's do a little bit further back so I stay better on the camera. We come in, monkey hop with the palm strike. And then 1, turn, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and switch. That's 1 with the left hand. Then come forward. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Since we made it further, I'm going to go ahead and do further. So you're here. You're going to circle both your hands and take a step to the right. Come in and do this. This is called the heel kick in Chen, but it looks like a side kick, heel kick combo for Tai Chi or Kung Fu. So we're here, and it's like, boom. Set down, swing it in, and then boom, and then flash back, drop with an X, sink, and drop and spread them, and punch. So that's mostly repeats either from this form earlier kind of, not exactly, or repeats from other forms with the heel kicks, right? Together? Uh-huh. Yeah, okay. Let's try it together. For how we're pacing time, we'll probably have time to do that last part together once more, maybe twice, and then we'll run it from the top. Okay? And when we run from the top, we'll just do the best you can if you're still working on sequence. Okay, here we go. From the dragging on the ground, coming in, and go forward, scoop, and turn, scoop, and turn, and scoop, and big turn. That's, and turn, and scoop, and turn, and scoop, and step, and strike. Step forward, sweep it in, and strike. Flash back, drop, 1, 2, runk, drop, punch. Then, as I've been teasing forward a little bit, there's about 21 more times where we do some fa jing and then we're done. Like all these kind of unks. But let's make sure we're all solid with this first. Okay, let's go from the top once. So here, find a spot you think will make it through. Watch the cord, but I usually get on this side. So how would we do this? There's enough social distancing space. If I'm up here and you come up and Mr. Hilly goes there, y'all are far enough apart for the duration. You'll just have to watch not to kill the camera. Okay. Yeah, because I need to be on camera. All right, so what I've been telling them on the live stream the past 2 or 3 weeks, you guys know at home, is I have been doing not sticking to the right speed the whole time. I've been kind of like making sure you can copy everything most of the time unless I forget. So I'm gonna do the same thing here. Some things speed up. You might have to be ahead of me for a second and wait for me to catch up with you. All right? Once we finish the form, we have so much of the year left. We haven't even reached the halfway point. So we are going back to the form, both for fan and for the Xinjia, to get the right pacing and see how closely we can get to the great examples we've been following. Okay. Couple deep breaths. That's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Step and kick. Sweep it in. Kick. Flash. Drop. Runk. Drop. Punch. Very good, very good. Okay, catch your breath. Get a drink if you need it, or come back up with your fan. We'll do the same technique with the fan. Yeah, I can tell that I'm doing a lot of stuff in the class because of this. I know I have the video and y'all can rewind. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, we've been doing the ending, right? Did you pick it up?
Not just what we've been doing.
Just kind of an
little
idea.
ending.
So yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna, for the benefit of those at home and those here, let's review it all the way from this guy, because that's just gonna make sense. It's gonna actually be easier for me because of finding the pickup. Like, what move should we start on? So I might change that in a second, but for right now, let's all try that. You'll be fine, Mr. Haley, scooting back a little bit more. You'll be looking over your shoulder, but same deal, as long as you're far enough away from Mr. Haley. If you want to scoot back in line with me a little bit, it's going to be easier to learn it than looking over your shoulder. All right, so here we go from home. We're at a move that looks like this, and we have our fist, and we brought it down. Our fist is it's like the wrist pulling down as opposed to chambering, and it's the left foot that's up. Okay, so the left foot's up. From here, we're kicking slowly and bringing it back. Then we take a step and bring a block in front of us and pivot out a little bit with the left. Then we take another step. We bring a block in front of us. Then we flick the fan closed. We swing up. All this is done fast. We swing the fan up and grab it, and we pick up the left knee and we kick with the right. Then we jump back with the right foot, pass it back, pass the fan back to the right. Jump back with the left foot. Cat stance. Come up, come down, and then up, down. Then we're gonna elbow, we're gonna open the fan and kick, all at the same time. Then we're gonna step and let the fan flip over and close naturally. Then take a giant jump to kneeling with the left as we palm strike with the right and swing the fan down like this. Give it a shot. Turn around. Flick it closed. Flick it in and step back. And double punch. Then fan this way. Left hand to the shoulder. Pick up the left knee. Then let the fan kind of fold in as you swing the left hand in front of you as you step out with the left foot. Swing out and down and up and pull sharply. And then turn and pop. Close, up, touch, up, down. Close the fan, put it in your left hand. Stretch out like you're going to do your traditional bow. Stop at commencement level, like the opening of the form, and bring the feet together. That's what we've been working on in stages over the last 4 to 6 classes. Yep. That's a lot. You know none of it, right?
Nope.
Okay.
That I know, the beginning I don't know.
Wait, the what?
Like the beginning I don't know. this I know.
Oh, you know
But
the ending because you were able to do the live
yes.
stream. Yeah.
I've been focusing on the other form to get that. And not
Yeah,
look at
and
that.
it's good to just, Ms. Burns is following my advice, whether she knows it or not, which is, you know, actually anyone who's watching this that's from my class already knows this, but you can kind of get obsessed about the sequence, and you can look at a beginner and tell them, you could look at someone learning the Yang style first section, and kind of just like, yeah, you don't remember, okay, but you learned single whip, and you learned up through brush knee, like do that section, because we're coming back around, right? We're coming back around. So obviously we'll come back around as the student body needs it. So I'll have to cater to Ms. Burns so that you get the whatever she's working on.
That's fine.
Because to cater to your, I'll be like, well, yeah, you mess it up for people at home too. So, this is the time I go sit down and watch people practice, but it's not gonna work today. So let's look at it for a second. At another stopping point then. Yeah, let's just go from the double fist punch, and then we'll keep going backwards from there and adding to it. So we're gonna learn the form in reverse, not in reverse, literally, but in reverse order of complete moves. So, here we are. We've done the double punch. Let me think about this. How is the fan? The fan is on the right hand. Okay, so let's pretend, and you guys at home can do this too. Here we are, we did boom, here. We did the double punch. It's a double vertical punch. Then we leaned, and the right hand with the fan brushes by the knee, the left one comes to the shoulder, and then you're getting ready to open the fan now, and all you do is you turn back to the left and pick up the left knee. Then, there's all these things that happen. So, this fan just folds in for a second and closes. But it's not really meant to be like a super big action. It's all at the same time. It's like you're here, and then you're just doing this. Okay, so that's hard enough, so we should try that. I find it hard enough, so let's see if that will help everyone today. Yeah, so the pieces parts, if you did it that way, it's just convoluted. If you can know the pieces parts and do them at the same time, they'll feel connected and make sense of how to close it and bring it back up. Okay? So here we are with the double punch again. Boom. We lean, and we come up. Okay, we have this guy dropping for a second. As this guy comes horizontal, as this guy steps out, so that these can continue circling back like you've just learned the 38 form, like they're going back, and then they're coming down though, and then they're coming up and pulling, like the Bafa. You know, the Bafa, pull back. Okay, then from here, it's just like the opening of the form. You turn, sink, and whip with the elbow, and open up the fan. Then just like the beginning of the form, you step up to the Buddha stand. You pick the leg up, immediately step and drop, pass it off to the other hand. I was saying that this last part looks like you're coming up to do this bow. So it has that feeling like you've probably done in other forms where you're opening up, but we're going to stop at the shoulders. So we've just passed it off, and we're opening up like we're going to bow, but instead we do a closing like it's the Yang style form. Right? Wait, no, not even that. That has crossing it. So it's like you're doing the opening of the Yang style form, or the opening of the Chen form, for that matter. More, or that again, Ms. Burns?
That again.
That again? Okay, let's do that again. Okay, so we come here, and we did our punch. Then we lean, and pop up. And then step, circle, pull. And sink, and turn. And close, up, in, up, down. Okay, one more time, and then I want to see, it'll be an extra challenge for you, Mr. Haley, but I want to see you do it on your own. But one more time with me, knowing that the next one will be, okay. Here we are. This is where you start, the double fists. Boom. And then lean, up, and then down, and pull, down, up, open. Okay, give it a shot, give it a shot. I'll watch you. If you're at home, just imagine I'm looking right through the screen at you. Just to see. I won't be staring, you know how I am. I'm not going to stare at you practicing. But just I'm here to let you do it for 1 or 2 times. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, the number one thing is sequence first, right? Because you get the repetition and then you'll go, oh, that thing that doesn't feel right starts to feel right to you. But like that one, I wish like if you did it in all those broken pieces. But then once you go like, oh, because I step, there's like this natural flip flop of that for a second. Just because you dropped your weight and took a step. Yeah. And you're like, oh, there's the flow. Yeah. But to learn it, we break it into little pieces and we go, like, just do this part by itself. But teacher, you said always move from the center. Well, go ahead, do it. Okay, we have time, so what we can do is just roll it back another movement and lead it up to there. Okay? Okay, so, oh, well, let me think. That's the jump. You see the kick and come back, and the kick, and then come through. Okay, so yeah, actually after the jump to kneeling, because that is a whole thing if you haven't learned it yet to do the jump thing. Okay, so we're going to pretend we're already there. And it's not a little jump to kneeling. See the right foot? So, oh yeah, this is good correction. I'm glad I'm able to see you guys and do this. So here, it's through like that. Okay, and then all that happens is you turn around. And with the momentum of turning around, you let your right wrist flick. So it goes like this and closes. But look, elbow in, it's all close to you. It just flicks. Because that here bounces to this that leads to the punch. So once you're moving faster and you're flowing, then that unwinding from here whips you to go bounce, pull, hit, right? Okay, so let's try it from there again. We're done the cross stance, the big cross stance. Then we turn out of it and let this flick. I know the left hand's just dangling. The left hand's going to join the right. Then circling to your right. That's a horizontal circle, a vertical circle. Now, on the vertical circle, you slow it down. You slow it down, you collect for the chansijing, you collect for the fajing. And you collect, and you collect, and you collect, and boom! And then there you are. Okay? So one more time with me, and then, one more time with me, and then we can try it on our own. So here we are. And turn, and flick back, and pull, and double punch. Then lean, and up. Then not really flicking, but to get your flow, sink and open and up and down. Okay. Give that a shot on your own at home and here once or twice. Pretend like I'm just hanging out with you. You know how I am. I don't really stare at you practicing. But I'm here to kind of notice if something doesn't look right out of the corner of my eye. So it doesn't do that yet, Mr. Haley. So after you're here, you're turning and flicking and stepping back first for a double punch.
Right.
Then, Yeah, step back for the double punch. Boom. Then lean and up and flick. And yeah, exactly. Good. And yep. Yeah. And mostly it's the sequence still. When we have a mixed group of students, meaning like some have learned the moves, some haven't learned the moves, because we have to bring it together in these unique circumstances. All right. We have time. Let's go back. Usually I've been ending class about now, but y'all are here. You can't press rewind. You can ask me to rewind and I will do it again. But let's go back another one, which is that complicated jump to kneeling one. So now we're going to pretend we've already done this guy. Remember this guy? And we're doing the kick. So here we are. This is the hard jump to kneeling thing, which really isn't that hard. But again, some of the things I'm showing you aren't really there, but when you start flowing it, it is there. Okay? So we have come here and here, and we did the jump, stomp, and now bring it in. It doesn't X. I have a habit of Xing because of our other empty hand forms, but if you X, I'm not going to hold it against you. X in and then step. Let this guy naturally flip over. This guy's going to go down and up and open. At the same time, this guy goes here for the palm strike. At the same time, you jump to kneeling left. Left foot, and then the right foot way behind the left. So, let's do that. Boop, 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 boop. All right, and then here, and then here. Is that good? Enough to get it? Let's do it again. I think I can kind of go slow motion and get a little closer to you. Here we are. Boom, boom. And let it naturally close. Palm strike. Turn. Flick. Hold. Double punch. Lean. Up. Close it. Open it. Sink and up. Stretch it. In. Up. Down. Y'all are getting really good at that. It's good to get some live feedback. Hindsight, I might have set this up differently so I could have seen you all along, but hopefully don't have to return to those days. Try it on your own. We got time. We'll go for another 3 or 4 minutes. So see what you can remember from You guys at home, if you haven't done it already, go ahead and give it a shot. Just like you're here in class. I can already see that some can't do it. It's okay. Yes, that's right. And then jump to kneeling. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Okay. Even if you're muddling through it, especially if it's your first time, muddle away. Is muddle the same word people use when they're crushing things to eat? Like mixed drinks?
Yes.
Yeah.
You muddle the
Cloves or something, isn't it?
well, no, it's not. Because they also do the thing in the hand. They put it in their hand up and create it. Is it cilantro? No, mint. Mint. Yeah. You muddle the mint. And it's a mess. You switch it in there, but what you get from muddling it is something tasty. Maybe not the best analogy. Excellent. It occurred to me that we haven't done it from the top. So you can see where you are in the form. It's only 24 movements. Doesn't feel like that when you're learning it. But see if you can try it from the top with me. Okay?
Sure.
I think again you have to watch the cord. I'll take care of that later. And y'all both have to be on this side, but still keeping y'all's 6 feet-ish.
Yes, sir.
Or 6 feet plus. Yeah, I find that, well, I'm also thinking about staying on camera. So this is like my spot when I'm leading, because I'm thinking, how far away am I from that camera so that people can see? But it also works as far as running out of space towards the mirror. All right, so here we are. This was always for you every time I did this, when I knew you hadn't learned it yet. I'm like, make sure to do this. Okay, like one finger device, trying to Okay, here we go, guys. Again, not the full speed and power. Oh, wow, it's interesting. Good job. Stay about where you are, and we'll go ahead and bow out.
Sir.
We honor the masters who came before us and seek to follow their examples.
About a Grand Master instructor.
About a 5th degree, 4th degree, 3rd degree, 2nd degree, advanced black sash class dismissed. Good job, you guys. Very good.